Okay, so let's start my presentation. So today, my topic is the leadership and community service to empower and being empowered. This is my content, and for my profile. And my name is Lau Chi Kin, and I'm a year 3 student in social science major. So for my characteristics, so I like to interact with others, and also one of my hobby is playing sports, such as swim, running, tennis, and chalkboard. And my other hobby is volunteering. And those make me feel meaningful, and I think it is more blessed to give than to receive. So the theory that I used and in my university life. So one of that is PI&I, which is the innovation, and is a procession of a global mindset and technological literacy and entrepreneurship with drive and inspiration and ability to generate creative, innovative, and effective approach and ideas, and also learn different things is in dialogues, such as the problem-solving skill, the creative thinking skill, oral and written communication skills, social interaction skill, and global perspectives. So here is talking about my personal learning goals. One of that is I want to know my strengths and weaknesses and increase self-confidence, increase my personal skills, and I can try new things that I did not try before. So here is talking about my university life, which is I define two parts. One is leadership and another is communication service, and this is talking about the leadership. And I joined a sport team in my university, such as the tennis team, and I'm a team member and represent the university to join some competition. I feel very fun and enjoyed in playing tennis, and I meet a lot of friends also. In another sport team is chalkboard team, and I became a vice captain in 2007 and 18. And my job maybe is coaching some new members, and I also did some administration work in sports, such as selection of team members and hold some invitation competition. So I learned a lot of things in that. And this is what I learned. I learned sportsmanship and spirit in general, and the endurance in individual sports, and how to cooperate with teammates in team sport. From being a vice captain, I learned leadership skills and how to do sport administration work. Here is my academic. I study some coaching related courses, such as principle of sport coaching, performance, and strength and conditioning. And here's the indoor rowing training plan is from the principle of sport and coaching performance. I learned how to the design the training and have to have a trial of the experience to have a coaching. And strength and conditioning is such as the photo in the right. I have to teach how to do exercise to others. And what I learned, and I learned how to become a coach and some training methods, such as how to improve athletes' performance and the correct form of posture. So I also became a campus life tutor before. I designed some games and played with freshmen. I shared my experience in my university life in academic and some activities I joined and the sport team I joined. And what I learned, which is how to help freshmen to adapt the university life, and I have learned how to lead the game skills. Also, I joined the lead program before. I was assigned in a teaching team, and I prepared some teaching contents and materials, and I also distribute daily teaching materials and allocate to them. And I learned how to prepare the teaching materials. Each is included 3 elements, which is creativity and sequence and logic. And here is I did something work such as the teaching plan brainstorming to think what I need to teach before. So here is my university life, which is in community service part. And I study a course which is in CSL, is intergenerational learning through service with the elderly, and I have to always get along with them. And our group project is how to plan a day trip for the elderly, and we played some ice-breaking games and then handicrafts and sing karaoke with them and have a site visit and EDHK so they can walk around in EDU to visit the good things here. So I learned the program planning, such as how to decide the activities, how to plan the schedule on a day, and how to get along with the elderly. Because they had a lot of things to share to us, so I had to learn how to listen more to them. And also here's an activity in LEAD program, which is a beach cleanup in San Moon Zai Bridge. And there is so much work in that, and with hot sunshine on that day, we still work hard to clean the beach and very enjoy and very happy, as you can see. And it is a voluntary teaching on me. Its location is in Vietnam, is a city which is Nha Trang, and it is a school in that. And the student is from kindergarten to primary schools, and we are divided in 3 to 4 people in one team to teach 20 to 30 students in each class. And we plan different topics in each day, such as colors, numbers, fruits appearance, the places, and PE activities, and then learn some basic English words in our classes. Also, we did voluntary work in LEAD programs. We do some volunteer work in a temple in Nha Trang, and we did farming, loosen the soil, scrap and clean the floor, and cook the food and wash the dishes. As you can see, here is the farming, and we pick some rubbish in that. So it's also, we feel very tired after do some a lot of physical work. So here is a cultural exchange part in the program. We prepared a dancing performance to Vietnamese university students, and we used some Chinese songs and Vietnam songs in that. So you can see the performance and to see what I did. I'm sorry to stop that because we don't have enough time, and I hope I can let you to see more if we have time. And here is my reflections, my role in the team. I think it was easy for me to cooperate with my team members, and when making some decisions, I did not insist my opinion and listen to others. If their opinion were feasible, I would agree to them such as in teaching team, teaching class, I use this visible, so our results of our work were very good. In my improvement, my problem-solving skills are increased. From teaching, we got a lot of information of classes, places only on the second day in Vietnam is very sudden, and it was very different to our first planning. We have to adjust on that day immediately in my teaching plan. So when initiate the planning during our visit, we also had unexpected and sudden change in our plan. For example, we met a protest on our trip. Some places we could not go, so have to change other places to visit. So this is other angle to see Vietnam, and I can see there are cultural difference in that. And I know the Vietnamese students were more passionate to communicate with others, but maybe Hong Kong students are very shy. And also they treasure their food very much. They will eat all of their food, although the taste is good or bad. And also, I also see the social status in Vietnam. Many people were poor. However, I could see they felt happy with their life. When working and studying, I could see their smiling face, and I know I'm living a flourishing city, so I should treasure on my quality of life, and I should be satisfied all the things I own. So how the learning activities to relate my learning goals? I found my strength and weaknesses. In my strength, I'm a careful person, so I bought a lot of necessary materials when participate some activities. When being a leader and doing sport team administration work, I would make a list what I have to do so that I will not forget what I have to do. And also my weaknesses, and I was hesitant and passive when it came time for me to approach to others, especially those I was not familiar with. And also I increased my self-confidence, and I joined some competitions in my sport teams, and I was a vice captain before, and I lead the activities and EDHK in the CSL course, and I can, when doing the work in teaching team and volunteer teaching, and also increase my self-confidence. Also, I increase my interpersonal skills, which is in how to teach and how to coach in coaching course in intergenerational learning through service with the elderly, which is a CSL course, and I got along with freshman people. So I have to communicate and also learn how to share more by myself to others. And I tried the new things such as the dancing, and you can see the performance because I have not tried to dance before, so I can learn these skills from the LEAD program. And I did the voluntary work outside Hong Kong, which is in Vietnam, and I learned how, and I can become a leader in a group, such as being a campus life tutor and a vice captain. So finally, what I'm empowering, and I empower the new member is in my sport teams, the elderly who visited in Edu, in a clean environment in Samunjai and in Vietnam, and the student in Vietnam, they can gain some knowledge, and the Vietnamese university student, and they will know more about Chinese culture in the investment in UDHK and help them how to adapt university life. And how I was being empowered, a teacher, and how to brainstorming a teaching plan, how to break the language barrier to teach other students outside of Hong Kong, and I become a leader, empowered a leader, and also a coach. So how the activities can help me in the future, and I can know more about myself, such as my characteristic, exhibit my strength, improve my weaknesses, equip myself before my career, because I want to become a teacher in physical education so that I can learn a lot from the university and how to improve teaching skills, improve the coaching skills. So this is the end of our presentation. Thank you.